tired,
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
and so tiredness number one. Then with the kids, at times I miss out on their sports things, their
Yeah.
school activities. My husband do go there, to stand in for me, but I want to see them. I want to see them run, and
And they also want to see their mom.
exactly. Even there was a time my son actually noticed. I was like, "Mom, do you know that this is the first time you're in my school?" And I was like, to think that he really remembered that mommy wasn't there.
It's so emotional.
So those are the things, So that's a very big disadvantage, Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually relate to that because I've always stood out for my children. By the way, I live with my children quite far from the dad where he works, so there's no choice. I don't have a choice than to attend all their, sports and parents meeting and all of that. So one or two times I've missed out. I could remember, I don't know which of my children, but that child was I think it's my second girl. She cried the whole day. She cried the whole day. So those are those things that we look at and be like, we just have to find how to balance the equation. Yeah.
The good thing for me was that, especially when I started working in that company 8 to 5, the boys were the ones that I would say I didn't really get to see them. And, being boys, they were with daddy. So daddy filled that gap for me.
You.
I was able to do that, staying at home with my girl, then because I wasn't working and all. But with the boys, then work has started fully. So, but daddy filled in the gap for me.
Yeah. We always find a way to make it up. So I just wanted to throw this question with the issue of having a nanny, Mrs. Cynthia. What do you think? Like having a nanny in the house and you're a stay-at-home mom. Where do you draw the line between what you do and what the nanny does for your children?
Okay. When the Bible says train them the way they should go, that is when it all comes in. For me, nanny cannot train your child the way as a parent, is going to train the child. So for me, nanny can be there to help clean the house, just clean, wash clothes. That's all. So, but the main training becomes of the mother, because they said that the moms are the first teacher.
That's true.
Of a child. So when the mother is there to be able to look into those areas where the nanny cannot be able to look, because their nanny, is not my child. Let me just do my work and go. You understand? So the nanny cannot be there for the child when the child needs the mom. So for me, personally, I will just rather the nanny to stay, do your work and go. Me as a mother, I have to be there to know exactly where follow up.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cynthia. And in your case,
I also don't believe in nannies. I've never even had a nanny.
Wow.
I've never had a nanny. When my first child was younger, I had my business. So I took her everywhere with me. Where I had to go and see clients, I had my husband there. He will help me with the child. That's why I think support is also very
support
important.
from your partner.
So I had helpers that would come clean the house, but that was it, just the house. Every other thing pertaining to the child was I did it myself. So my child was always there with me. I remember my first business was the laundry. The child grew up there in the laundry with me. We do everything together. And when I went to the 9 to 5, by that time she was of the age of going to school. So she went to school. So I never really liked the idea of nanny, so I never did it. We never did it.
I can actually relate to that.
Besides stories that you hear, and
the stories are very
someone will take care of your child. Absolutely. Like you will,
Yeah, I can remember with my first child. In fact, my husband didn't want. He was not on the opinion of a nanny. So I raised Jess being my first child, and today I can see the benefits. There are certain things that she's setting right for the others to follow. With the others, I got a job, and I wasn't there fully the way I was with her. But being the fact that we agreed, I and my husband, that at least for the first 5 6 years, just inculcate those values, perhaps in the first and second children, and then the others will pick up from them. So with me, it's easier. It's easy for me to come home and then I tell Jess to do this and do that, because I've set the basics. Exactly. She knows that when they wake up, this is have to, whether there's a nanny or not. By the way, I got my nanny left early this year, and then somehow we're managing nicely. I don't even get to miss her really, because I've inculcated those values. So I believe that the nanny should not replace the mother.
Exactly.
The nanny should not replace the mother. The nanny is there to do her job. My nanny left and life went on. So those values ought to be embedded, especially bringing up the children in the way of the Lord. It's very important, because it gives them that integrity when they are there behind you or at the back of you, or when in your absence, they know mommy does not want this, mommy cannot take this. But if you are not there, if you're not opportune to set those values or inculcate those values, it rubs off on the children. They tend to get distracted, and then with the social media, oh my goodness, it's something else. So let's just round out the discussion by let me start with you, Miss Cynthia. If you're opportuned to be a career mom, how are you going to balance moving forward, like way forward, if you get a full-time job, if for instance, how do you think?
Okay, for now, I don't think I'm looking forward to work for any company or anyone for that. I'm okay, with my business and with my children. I am okay with the way things is going for me right now. Maybe in future when they're grown ups, maybe you have the spare times, you have all the time you need to be able to work. For me, personally now, I don't think I can be able to go back to work now, to start working from 8 or 7 to 5 or yeah. So I rather do my own business at my own private time.
Be a freelancer,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's interesting. Can we hear you on side? If it happens that you will go back to a full-time stay
at home mom. Well, I want to look at it like this. During the lockdown, I'm someone that is active, busy bee. But during the lockdown, I had nowhere to do. Where are you going to? So it was a time that we bonded. I started a garden. I'm so proud of that garden.
Wow.
It's flourishing now, and it was something like what garden would be the last thing I would have done.
No, this lockdown bettered a lot of things.
So I think if I was to become a stay-at-home mom, I'm sure I will find something to do. I'm sure I'll find something to do with my kids. When I was still running my business, the laundry especially, I had like an outreach thing where we give out food to the homeless. I remember then that it was myself, my firstborn, and the second one. He was very little then. So those are the things that I even miss. As in a big way that we do it then. But even now, with leftover food, we say, okay, no, let's give that guy that is close to our house. We give it to him. But I think those are the things that will fall back again.
No, God sees all those things.
So I don't think I wouldn't say I would even miss much. I don't think I will miss work that much, but I guess you always God has given us strength that whatever
He will give you grace.
That grace, everything will follow, everything will work out for our good.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
There you have it, viewers. Our stay-at-home mom and our career mom has given us some pros and cons, but we'll round it up by getting a take home from Mrs. Cynthia, our stay-at-home mom, for the viewers.
Okay. Let me just say the advice I'm going to give to a career mom is first of all, just always have plan B. So that sometimes you plan some things that you want to do with yours. Maybe you're telling them you're going to come and see their concert in school, or maybe you're coming to watch their swimming and all those things, and once something happen in the office that you cannot be able to make it, you have to have plan B to be able to fulfill that gap, so that somebody will be there for the child. And secondly, I just want you guys to monitor, monitor and supervise everything
Very
the child
important.
is doing. Even some of the career moms, sometimes they supervise weekly. Some mothers supervise every day. So, but just make sure that everything that you monitor, you see who they calls, who are their friends, where are they going, are they even carried out all the instruction you're giving to them? Because sometimes you give them instruction, they will be giving you excuses, and they are sitting at home doing nothing. So just make sure that you monitor, you always see.
And even barging in on them sometimes.
Yeah, unsurprisingly. So that's the only thing I can say for career mom.
Well, on that note, one thing that we do in our house is our family time. Our family time to prayer time. We have something we call waffle. What I feel like saying. It's an avenue where the kids say whatever they want. They express themselves, and it's that time. That's one of the times that we really use to bond as a family.
That's nice.
So every child, and this is it's an avenue where there's no judgments. If mommy has done something, you say it. Say it as it is, and mommy not. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. If you were wrong,
I love that.
I'll tell
learning from
you went this way, and you were not supposed to do. That is why I did this. So I think that has helped the kids to talk out, to come out, and it also helps them. We tell them this will help you not to bottle up things, because you find that Kore is angry at me, but she will not say it. Then you not ask her, what's wrong? Mommy, you said, on that table that night,
it's sorted.
Exactly.
So
that's one of the things. Whatever you feel like saying, you can say anything. Anything,
and it
before
improves the
prayers.
communication at home.
Exactly. Then another thing that I have done personally as a mother is that when I'm praying for these kids, I don't pray that, Lord, my child. I learned that from one of the sermons Pastor gave. He said, these children are not your children.
You are all custodians. I keep saying that.
So I said, Lord, your child, this child, for the sake of this child in this school, even of recent, that's my prayer. Because David is going to school, nothing must happen to any child in that school.
Amen.
I think when we put them in the hands of God and we do our part.
God will
One other thing is that I use this. I base my relationship with my kids. I look at the quality bonding than quantity. I don't have a lot of time with them. But the little time I have with them, I make sure that we go deep, So and God is helping us. I think that's the main thing. If we commit them in the hands of God and do the little we can do, God will do the rest.
Okay, let me just say something. I know the time is going, but just lastly, for advice for stay-at-home mom, always find something to do.
Yes,
it's very important.
Yes.
Always, time is not that time that we sit do nothing. Becoming this one big madam in the house. So but always find something to do. There is always something. I thank God for the new technologies we have. Thank God for the social medias. You can marketing. You can do anything that you can be able to do. Buying and selling is very, very is just common now now. So just always look for something to do. When you are doing it, even if it's becoming small thing. When the child is growing up, is going to becoming better and better. So, but just always find something to do. This is not the time we do full-time job mom at home staying without nothing.
So much. I love that. I love that. Having said that, they've all both said a mouthful, and I believe that you viewers have taken something home from today. With that being said, we all want to wish you all a happy day. Bye.